right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to try something a little different, and that is to do almost like a reaction video to a game that I had the other day versus Jeff Hoogland. Now, this is the third time I've played Jeff, but he probably doesn't know that. The first time he beat me with a whole bunch of Bs, which was both amazing and embarrassing at the same time. Second game, I beat him, and third game is this one. I'm playing E-tron against his Coco Balls deck. And so I hope you enjoy this gameplay. It'll be a little different because you won't be able to see my side, but I thought it would be fun and something interesting to do. Hi, Jeff. Oh, well, obviously he doesn't want to say hello to me. He's walking away. So anyway, I'm playing, as I said, E-tron. He's wandered away to get a snack, and I'm opening with a pretty standard opener. Drop an Urza land and crack a map.
Oh no!
Oh yes!
Oh no!
Oh yes!
Tron.
Tron. Now
And we drew a third collected company.
His hand is terrible. And I have no idea what he's playing.
Is being very rude to us today.
I've
got 3 Collector Oath and 4 Fulminator Mage in the sideboard.
All of those are terrible versus me.
We're probably dead here, but we have some sideboard cards. Oh, they're bad Tron.
Hey now.
Bad Tron is way better for us.
We're good Tron.
Everyone who's ever played Magic.
Good Tron. Not bad Tron, good Tron. Anybody who's played it knows it's good Tron. Now, his hand is terrible, and I still think he's playing a more traditional Rakdos version of this game.
If we hit a land next turn and get to curve out these Reefers, the Reefers should drag us into more lands for the collected companies, and then if we just get to start slamming Coco Balls, like
slamming.
All right, we just gotta get a little bit lucky.
In the chat right now, I'm talking to him about because I think it's the traditional Rakdos version with the Unearth. I'm singing a song, I feel unearth move under my feet, but he doesn't see any of it because of course he hides the regular chat with his Twitter chat or his subscriber chat. I really don't know what he's playing, and I'm super confused when I get to take a look. Anyway, I think I'm doing pretty good here. I've got a few lands. I got a map.
We are a Junsplash Blue Mana base.
I amp that up. Or ratchet it up.
Oh, no.
This is amazingly terrible. Talk about some redundancy here. Yeah.
Yeah, you think we could talk our opponent into playing poker?
Like a royal flush? I do not have a royal flush. But, as you will see, I will get flushed.
Talk our opponent into playing poker instead of Magic?
No. So he swings in. I'm feeling still pretty confident. I don't see anything that I'm really worried about. I have no idea, for example, that Thunderkin can bring back stupid Risen Reef.
Hopefully this is a Thought-Knot Seer and not a Reality Smusher.
It is a Thought-Knot Seer. And this is when I get a look at his hand, and I'm like, what the actual is going on here? Yes. It resolves. I take the Reef
Behold our thoughts. When we do finally draw land, it's going to be like the second Ancient Ziggurat, so we're never casting these.
Yeah.
The dismember on the Noble Hierarch was so demoralizing.
I'm glad.
We needed that Noble real bad.
Bolt the birds.
All right. Oh, we're halfway there.
Living on a prayer.
Take my hand.
Okay.
We'll make it a swear.
Come on, Jeff, play. He's always singing. If you've not checked out his stream, please do so. He's pretty fun to watch. So I have no idea. I've seen none of his balls. And so I'm still thinking I'm pretty good here, right? I've got a couple of
lucky.
I've got a couple of like 1-2s, a 1-1. So I crack my map. grab myself
got another
Temple.
Eldrazi Temple. I wonder if they have their All Is Dust in their hand.
Do not have All Is Dust in my hand. I have Endbringer. So I block it. And I'm like, good, I got rid of the Reef. But I have no idea he can bring it back. And I definitely don't see his second balls.
So I blocked with that Reef so Thunderkin Awakener could get value. Because they can't blow up the Blast Zone. I get one extra trigger this way.
Yes, he does. So I was like, what is going on here? He's drawing cards. I'm super confused.
So I'm going to decline to put this one into play because it'll come into play tapped, and I haven't played a land yet this turn.
So I'm still operating under the belief that I've got a bit of an advantage here.
I can fetch shock and play Birds of Paradise.
He tosses down his birds. I'm going to throw down an Endbringer. I'm like, great, I can start pinging away his crap.
They're at 12 now. So even if they All Is Dust me next turn, I can Coco into 6/6 and kill them.
And I had, like, there's nothing in his bin. So I'm like, yeah, I got you. Tappy tappy. Happy happy. Toss an Endbringer.
Rollin'. Do, do, do.
Yeah, I'm about ready to get rolled. If I knew what was going on, I could play around Coco Balls, but I don't. So I kill a Reef, dropping myself
I just
down.
For the guaranteed double ball lightning here, right?
Yeah, that's what you're gonna do.
Fish stick, thank you.
And then I swing in because I'm pretty confident.
Dead, right? They're dead to just 6/6. They haven't seen a ball lightning yet.
No, I have not.
They don't know that they're playing around ball lightning.
I do not. Nope. And this is when I realize, and I'm like, oh, for the love of
Risen Reef trigger.
Yeah.
I sub to say I'm Coco for Coco Balls. Well, thank you, Fish Sticks.
Yeah.
I appreciate the support.
Coco for me getting wrecked right now. So he's going to drop down his next ball. And I'm done. Like, I see the math. He swings in. I block one. I'm still going to take 8, right? Because tramples through for 1. The other one does 6.
They block here. They take 6, 7, 8.
8. So I do. I mean, I play like a gentleman and a scholar.
Dismember, I guess.
I could, but I don't. And I lose.
No such luck. No such luck.
No, I lose.
OB had wildly different expectations for the 2-0 bracket. Oh.
He's very happy with himself. He likes it when he's winning.
It's a silly game.
It is a silly game. So he's going to bring in a whole...
Balls. They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
They're surprising. I wouldn't say they're beautiful. Had I known they were coming, I could have avoided it. You're like a creepy dude in a trench coat in a subway.
So,
I didn't see them coming, but then all of a sudden they were there, and I didn't know what to do with it.
It shuts off Walking Ballista, and Walking Ballista, believe it or not, is really good against the deck.
Yes, Walking Ballista is good. So he's gonna sideboard in
6 for these 6.
He's gonna sideboard in a bunch of hate. I'm not super scared against the collector. Oof.
I think I like that.
I mean, Walking Ballista is really good.
Mind Stone too sometimes.
I do not have Mind Stone either, but that's okay. You don't know that.
Right, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see how game 2 goes.
To get a little bit lucky.
I have a prediction for you.
We won game 1.
You do not get a little bit lucky. Not at least in this game. So anyway, I now have a little bit better idea of what I'm playing against, and we go into game 3. He's muting. I don't know why.
I'm obligated to keep this, right? I feel like I'm obligated to keep this. Let's just get lucky.
That Skelemental card is great. The discard 2 is
like, draw some
brutal.
spells here.
So I start basically the same way I started last time. Listen, little leprechaun man. You were very happy. I wouldn't be so happy because I got natural Tron on the other side. So I fetched for my last piece.
Okie dokie. And here we go.
Now, Skelemental is great, but I have the ability to pick the cards that I discard. So
that's true. We could still get Thought-Knot Seared. We could. This is not safe in our hand. We could get Thought-Knot Seared.
You could get Thought-Knot Seared. Yes, you could. So he swings in with his now 7-2 Skelemental.
True. We're gonna run bad in Standard after all this run hots this morning.
And I have lots of cards to pick from, so I just keep the ones that I think I need, and we'll see if it works. Now, I can't remember what I discard here. It's nothing super fantastic. Oh yeah, 2 lands, a Temple and a Cavern of Souls. I keep the Tower, and then I toss down.
Walking Ballista here, we're probably dead.
It's not Walking Ballista, it's even better. That's right, Ugin. Ugin the Ineffable, who's going to effable you. So I throw up a Chumper.
Would Gut Shot be good against our deck? Probably above average.
Yes, Gut Shot would be great, but I don't run Gut Shots. Now,
as far as like big scary things.
Oh, Eugene,
here,
wrong
Eugene
choice.
Was not towards the top.
No, this is great. This is exactly what I want. He throws up some blockers for me. Now he whiffs here a little bit, but it's still a pretty good draw. I think, if I recall, he takes the Ball Lightning and the Thunderkin.
So I'm definitely taking Thunderkin to get back the Skelemental. And I guess we're taking Ball Lightning.
He's got to be feeling really confident here.
Just so if we roll
lots of balls, he can smack me around with them.
The Risen Reef would have triggered 3 times, so like there might be merit to taking the Risen Reef just because it triggers 3 times.
Now, if you were aware of kind of what's coming, he probably would have taken the Risen Reef. It would have given him some outs.
There could have been merit. There could have been merit to that.
But he swings in, and what I want to do is here. I'll just pause for a second. So what I want to do is I want to deal with his Thunderkin, because if I don't, I'm going to get smacked with another Skelemental. I have a card in my hand that I want to play next turn. And so what I opt to do is to chump the Thunderkin, kills the Thunderkin, because I know the 2 balls are going to disappear and then he can't bring them back. And all that really leaves him on board is a Birds of Paradise. It also saves my Spirit token, and I can bring back another Spirit token. So anyway, he's eating. Tasty food is delicious. I'm just waiting to see what happens here. So I'm thinking through my lines here. Doing some math. But,
I do just want to take my balls and smack him in the face with them, though. That is true. That is very true.
Yeah. I mean, you can throw your balls around, but your balls ain't going to be enough. So I discard. I leave myself with 2 cards. 2 cards is all I need. I keep myself a Karn, the Great Creator, in my hand, and Tron does what Tron does. I draw a land. If I recall, throw up another chump blocker just in case. I don't even need the other land. And I just grab what I need. You can't get through.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Yes. That's called a lattice lock. Your balls are no match for my synapses.
Well, we almost beat turn 3 Natural Tron on the draw.
You did, but you didn't.
We almost beat turn 3 Natural Tron on the draw.
But you didn't. So now we're on to game
We'll get him on the play,
3.
Chat. We'll get him on the play.
He's going to get me on the play. Going to get me on the play, are you, Jeff?
Do I want this last Fulminator on the play?
Probably.
I don't think so. I'm going to run it back.
Okay. You really should also board in those Reclamation Sages. But, you know, whatevs. I would bring them in. The whole deck is built around a wish board of artifacts, but,
run it back.
You know.
Just gotta trust, chat. Just gotta trust, okay?
You trust. Okay, here we go. Game 3. Now, this is probably the hand he should keep, because the double Fulminator Mage is great. He's got a 3-drop threat. He's got
turn 1 accelerate.
Thunderkin. He doesn't have an accelerant.
Yeah, the double Fulminator is kind of appealing. The Thunderkin doesn't really do much, though.
It does. It just is a turn 4 play, not a turn 3 play. But I mean, chances of you drawing a land are pretty good, right? You drop your Wooded Foothills, you pass turn.
I think I want to take a mulligan.
They're gonna you mulligans for a dork, and this is what he gets. He seems happier with this, though.
This hand's fine.
Yeah.
Thunderkin does not rebuy Fulminator, unfortunately.
It would be
it's strictly less than on the toughness check. I thought it did too. And Fulminator is still worth including, but
you should have kept the Fulminators.
It was a good mulligan.
Alright, so I dropped mine. I like dropping mine first, mostly because I like gold mining shows.
It does not rebuy it even with Hierarch, unfortunately.
I don't even know how that would work.
Yeah, a company would drag us into this game real quick.
So he's got his dude. He swings in for 3.
They don't have a witch member here, because if they had a witch member, they would have dismembered our dork on 1 like they did in the last game.
I would have, without even thinking about it, but I don't.
Now, something that's really awkward is I currently, because I drew Breeding Pool and double Noble Hierarch, I currently can't cast.
Anyway, I slammed down the walking barista, potentially to blow up a ball. I have no idea that he's got his collector oof in his hand.
Some of my stuff. So the land's not a terrible draw there, because it unlocks other things that I can draw.
So he throws down the oof. I don't want to waste my ballista.
Am I right to wait to cast this post-combat?
Probably would have been.
Just block, right?
But I just blow up a dork, because the 1/1 is doing me no favors.
So if we don't start drawing 6 power things, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, you are.
Hopefully Collector Ophi just turns off a lot of their deck.
No, not really.
Collecting Company's obviously our best draw next turn.
Yeah, that's a good card.
So Thunderkin Awakener explicitly cares about toughness.
So I throw up a Matter Replacer just to chump, maybe get some value. He gets what he wants.
We're halfway there.
Living on a prayer.
Take my hand.
And he gets crap. It's great.
Oh no, it was really bad now.
I love it when Coco's whiff. You know, if at first you don't succeed, get more oofs.
Even a bad Coco here, unless they sweep our board next turn, this does 5 and puts them to 10 and gives me something to Thunderkin back next turn.
Now,
they can't blast zone our 2s next turn.
I have the chump blocker. I'm hoping for a land.
If they assemble Tron, we're gonna have a bad time.
So I get Ghost Quarter.
If they don't assemble Tron, we're attacking for a lot next turn.
And I have another land in my hand.
No, attacking with this only gets me 1 more point of damage because I have Exalted. So I don't think it's worth attacking.
Do you have my line of play? I get my 5th land, and I have a Karn, the Great Creator, in my hand. So what do you think my line is?
Put this card for 1 more point, letting them trade there. This will attack for 2 more the following turn.
So he doesn't see my line either. No, that's not Tron.
It's not Tron mana.
But I have...
If they have a way to remove the Thunderkin, we lose a lot of our attacking power, though.
You do not...
just like a Thought-Knot Seer.
You don't have to lose the Thunderkin. What you have to do is make him useless.
Lethal next turn. We have lethal on board, right?
Yeah, you think you do.
Oh, they have a Tormod's Crypt. This is getting a... No, Tormod's Crypt doesn't activate, right?
Yeah.
Collectors?
That's right.
They're dead on board.
So I fetch a Graph Digger's Cage.
Graph Digger's Cage. Brutal.
There you go. Shuts off both of your payoffs.
So any 6-power haste guy off the top does it.
I don't even care if you kill my Karn. I'm actually hoping you'll attack my Karn because it gives me another turn.
We've run really good earlier in this league. It's about time that we run bad.
So he attacks. Kills my Karn. Bye, Karn.
So Graph Digger's Cage, also a standard card, stops creatures from entering the battlefield from graveyards, turns off our Thunderkin Awakener.
And this is when he realizes it also turns off his Coco Balls.
They're getting up to 6 mana this turn.
Here it comes.
Oh gosh, it turns off Collecting Company as a live draw too.
It does.
Yeah, that card's really good against us.
Yes, it is. So I'm not super worried. Got 8 life. He can do a few damage a turn. I throw down a chump blocker, see what he's got.
Creatures can't enter from libraries. 6-1, 6-1.
He gets another oof. Oof, as my daughter would say.
Curse you, cumulative variance. We ran so good for so long, chat. We were bound to hit the bad beats.
Yeah. You're gonna get the bad beats. Throw it on a Reshaper. He's only gonna be able to get through 3 damage.
Am I supposed to attack there?
And then it gives me the ability to amp to ratchet up my blast zone.
A good line? That's the question I have to ask myself.
Well, it's a fine line, but you might as well swing in because I'm going to blow up your board.
Now we're attacking with everything because they're going to blow this up on 2 next turn.
Yes, I am. Well, that's what I thought I was going to do.
I didn't board in my Reclamation Sages, right?
No.
I mean, if they don't have another creature, not attacking there gives me a better attack the following turn.
So I block 1, block 2. See what I get. I get an Endbringer, he sees it.
I think the Endbringer is going to bring an end to our undefeated run here, unfortunately. The Graph Digger's Cage was exactly what they needed, and that's the power of Karn in their deck, right? Like, it gives them utility.
It does.
Utility out of the sideboard.
It's what is good
I guess if they blow up the Blast Zone, they can't play the Endbringer.
But I just throw down another blocker.
I actually don't want to cast this because we put 4 bad cards in the bottom of our deck.
He forgets that, though.
And I don't want to draw, so I really don't want to.
It would have been nice for him to click through and realize it, but he couldn't have cast it anyway because of the Graph Digger's Cage. So anyway, I throw down the blocker, and
yeah, if we just draw 6/1s every turn for the rest of the game, we could maybe be okay.
I had a Crypt. It was a 0-cost mana. I thought, if I need to throw up a Snaring Bridge later, I might as well get it out of my hand.
Yeah, we failed to beat like one of their best possible starts when we were on the draw game 2, and then this one we just kind of puttered out.
And so
honestly,
he quits.
If the Graph Digger's Cage hadn't been there, that Collecting Company probably would have gotten us there, right?
It would have.
This has been like a different piece of graveyard hate.
But Graph Digger's Cage.
But unfortunately, this Graph Digger's Cage shut down not only our Thunderkin Awakener, but also the Collecting Company we drew.
Yep. So anyway, beat Jeff. He went on, I watched the rest of his stream, went on to lose the next 2. One was Dredge, it was foil, kept causing his deck to crash. And in the last game, he just lost. I can't even remember what he was playing. But anyway, he ended up going 2 wins, 3 losses. I finished up the league by winning the next... not the next one. The next one I played against some more Spaghetti Monsters, and I lost to Colorless. Eldrazi Stompy, and I stomped me quite quickly, had some great draws, and then I beat, I think, Phoenix in the last round to go 4-1 in the league. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to start to add some more content. You'll get some more traditional gameplay next. Maybe I'll be able to load up a traditional game today. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.